So I want to begin with a little exercise. I want everyone to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine that you're in your favorite state park, national forest, whatever weather makes you happy. It's sunny, it's summer. If it's raining, I'm not asking you why. If you like rainy, by all means. You're walking around, it's beautiful. You come up to the visitor center or a trail kiosk, and you see some maps, and your heart is happy. And you're like, yeah, this is where I belong. And then you hear this cranky little kid come up behind you, and they go, don't you know paper maps are bad for the environment? There's litter all over the place. And you're shaken out of your fantasy, and you're really upset. You're like, come on, kid, that's not very nice. But then you think to yourself, is there a better way on top of paper maps that we can share maps with other people? Or maybe, stepping out of our fantasy, you're a local cartographer looking to sell maps, but you don't have the ability to start your own website. Or you make paper maps already, and you're looking to sell them in a digital format. This is where the Avenza Map Store comes in. So what is the Avenza Map Store? The Avenza Map Store is a digital platform to sell and distribute maps. The Map Store is available on the web and in the Avenza Maps app. The app and Map Store are available worldwide and have millions of users. Users can purchase your maps for free or at a cost and can see their location offline on the map. They also have access to a large number of tools, such as plotting photos, recording tracks, and recording place marks in the Avenza Maps app. I'm going to give you a quick demo of how the website works, so you can see how it would work if you listed maps. So when you come to the website, you're greeted with a store search right off the bat. As you scroll down, you'll see some information about the Avenza Maps app, the different tools it has, and how you can find your maps. As you continue, you'll see we have a list of different activities here that you can do with your maps. You can drag through. Obviously, hiking has the most, not shocked. And you can continue on, and there's lots of different ones, fishing, skiing, etc. And then you continue down further. We have information about professional use. And then we have our featured map collections. And featured map collections can be specific to a publisher, such as National Geographic or Angler's Edge Mapping, or they can be specific to a point of interest or an area, like Banff National Park. If there is a collection specific to an area or point of interest, it is a curated collection of maps for that area that includes a wide variety of publishers who have maps for there. So we're going to scroll back up, and we are going to search for maps of Yosemite. And a long time ago, I did not know how this was properly pronounced, but I'm glad I do now, so I don't have to embarrass myself here. Obviously, we're not going to Kentucky, so we're going to zoom in here on California and search in this area. And we'll see that once we scroll through the maps on the left, the bounds of these maps appear in orange on the right-hand side. And we'll see there's the category at the top, the different publishers who are making these maps, and the different activities. You can also filter these maps by publisher, category, activity, and then you can sort them by top rated, and these ratings are actually coming from users who have purchased your maps and who are leaving a review, sharing how much they love them and what they use them for, popular, price, etc. And then to add a map to your cart, all you have to do is press the cart button here, and it'll add to your cart, and then users will check out, and it will be available for them in the Avenza Maps app. So, obviously we don't need to watch the video again. I will show you how it works in the app as well. So in the Avenza Maps app, you simply go to the store on the bottom right, and you have the same kind of homepage. You can explore maps that are there on the map, you can look for categories, and then you can browse for the same activities that are also there in the map store on the web. We're gonna look for maps of Banff, switch it up, and then we'll see we're brought to a list of maps that are available for the Banff area, just in a list form. Obviously, we're on a smaller screen here. So if I click View on Map, I can see all of the maps in their location, just as I did on the web, and you can tap them to see the extents, learn more about them, see the price, the publisher, etc. You can move around and zoom in and zoom out, and it will adjust for where you're looking. And when you've got the map you want, you press the free button or the cost, if there's a cost, and it will download to your Map Store account, and then you can open the map and use it within the app. So pretty easy process there. Man, these videos. All right. So how does it work if you are not a user, if you're looking to sell your maps? So the Avenza Map Store Publisher platform, you sign up to become a vendor here. All you need really is an email, hopefully a name and all of that, and an address, and your map files. So once you fill out your information, you can go into the portal and you can upload your maps. And you simply have to hit add a map or add new, and you'll upload your file. We recommend obviously not massive files because again, people are using these on their phone. So if I tell you to download a 1 gigabyte app, nobody here is gonna be happy. Obviously your photos and your music have a lot, but for what they're using these map files, we recommend to keep under a certain size, especially if people like to have a lot of maps on their device. So you upload your map, and then once you do that, you have access to update all the information that goes with your map. So publishers can edit the title information, the description, they fill it all out themselves, the languages that are in your map, especially if it covers different languages. Publisher, when it was created, the pricing is all set by the publisher themselves. And then you can add in search tags, you get 1 category, and then up to 5 activities that your map can be used for. You can also set your own custom previews and cover images. National Geographic does it, Michelin, and then at the bottom there you can see the extents that the map covers. So, man, these are not my friend. Okay, you can also promote your maps with a custom QR code that comes as soon as your map is uploaded and set for sale. So these QR codes are here to promote your maps or your map bundles. You don't have to sell maps individually. And then you can use these to create signage. You can put them on your paper maps if you're also printing paper maps. And there's badges and links. And then we can also help promote your maps on our social media, on our website, and through other collaboration opportunities. So after your map is approved and released for sale in the store, you get your own publisher landing page. Looks like this, temporarily. We are working on adding more information as we speak. You've got the option to upload your own custom header image, but for some people now, we've uploaded stock images just to fill the space to give it more of that homey feel. So some publishers have already created custom header images, and I'm gonna show you a few examples just so you can get an idea of how these people are promoting their brand. So first off, we have Fraternale Editore from Italy, and they have a whole variety of maps covering different activities. So some publishers have chosen to put a lot of detail into their header images, or some are looking to keep it simple. We have HarperCollins Publishing from the UK. We have New York, New Jersey Trail Conference. We have Anavasi Editions from Greece. We have Michelin Maps, as we've already kind of seen. We have Geographer's A to Z Map Company. We have Zex Quebec, and these banners, again, depending on the users who are using your maps, can be in another language. We have Toronto and Region Conservation Authority. We have Purple Lizard Maps, and then we have Benchmark Maps. So now that you've seen kind of how the platform works and how it goes, maybe you're thinking, oh, my maps aren't detailed enough to put in the map store, or maybe my maps are too niche to go in the map store. Maybe this won't apply to anybody, or you make it just for you. But I'm here to tell you that do not think that, because there are the weirdest assortment of maps in this map store. I have made a map that looks like Swiss cheese that is in the map store that you can find grilled cheese restaurants on. So there's everything in there. So I'm going to show you a few examples of this, so don't think you're alone. Every map is welcome in the map store, can be for any purpose. So first off is the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. Is anybody here from Albuquerque? No? All right. So this is actually happening right now, and they upload their maps every single year, and they upload a new version, and they promote it to their users so that they're safe when they're flying their hot air balloons. So you can see it's happening from the 7th to the 15th. So, if you're out there or you see a hot air balloon and you see an iPad, or you see an iPad falling from the sky, now you understand why there is an iPad falling from the sky in a hot air balloon. They've been doing this for years. Another cool map that I really like is the Collins Tartan's Map of Scotland. So you can travel through Scotland, you can have this map up, you can zoom in and zoom out, obviously, and you can identify which different areas that these tartans have come from. And actually, one of my coworkers told me that when he went, he took this map, and he has a Scottish background, and he went on a hunt, and he's like, I'm gonna find the McQueen family tartan, and he went for it. There's over 200 on this, but he was determined. Another option is the Arizona Mushroom Society. So if you're big into foraging, or you've always been curious to go looking for mushrooms and you see these weird people on the side of the road that are carrying bags and it's not trash, you have no idea what's going on, maybe they're looking for mushrooms, and like good mushrooms. So there's the Arizona Mushroom Society promotes maps that cover recent wildfires so that foragers have a higher chance of finding morel mushrooms, which is what they're after. And if you've ever watched any cooking show or you like Guy's Grocery Games like I do, you know that morels are a very fancy mushroom and sought after. And lastly, on the theme of searching for things, we have gold prospecting maps. So if you're ever wondering, can I find that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? There's a chance maybe you can find a micro, teeny-weeny fleck of gold on a gold prospecting map. But there are multiple publishers who do this, and it's a very popular pastime. It's not as big in North America right now, more in Australia and New Zealand, but they are out there. So let's go over to finish the real perks of the platform and selling maps in the Map Store. So whether you're already selling paper maps or not, listing your maps in the Avenza Map Store is extending your marketplace reach to millions of Avenza Maps users who purchase maps annually. One of my favorite features is the option of selling individual maps as well as bundles. You know that big map book or the atlas that your parents always had in the car or in the glove compartment when you were younger? And maybe you still have one, because my dad makes me carry one in my car, so it's still there. With maps in the Map Store, you can sell the individual pages instead of just the whole atlas. So maybe you're visiting a new state and you don't want to buy the whole 50-page book. You can purchase just a few maps individually to cover the area that you're visiting. And the best part of this is that users can purchase what works for them, and you have complete flexibility to bundle these maps as you see fit. Avenza also handles all of the transaction fees and overhead costs. You just need to upload your map files, set that price, and enjoy that passive income. Because in today's economy, who doesn't want a little extra pocket change? And now my other favorite part, and yes, there are two of them, is the ability to reach users and help provide them with safe and enjoyable experiences regardless of their activity. By providing authoritative content, you're helping them stay safe out on the trails. As some publishers have told us, using Avenza Maps allows our visitors to experience the lands that we manage safely and educate the visitors about the lands and mark areas of interest. It will help people feel safe while out on the trail because they will be better able to find where they are if they are unfamiliar with the area. And last but not least, the security of your files. Every map that is uploaded into the Map Store and available for sale can only be accessed in the Avenza Maps app. There's no need to worry about anyone attempting to reproduce or edit your files. All of your files are safe and secure. So whether you've only made one or two maps, or you have multiple series of maps available, the Avenza Map Store is an easy way to break into the digital space. We hope to see your maps available in the Avenza Map Store soon. Thank you. There's time for questions because I talk too fast. Yes?
So privacy and security of taking photos using the app or tracks or data, is that information housed directly on the device, or is it stored in a server farm once I get back on into reception?
Everything that you do on your phone stays on your phone. We have no access to any photos you take, anything you record in the app. Everything you do within the app lives on your device. So if you drop your device in the lake and you don't back it up, it's gone. So there's nothing that we host in that sense. Everything is yours.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
Is there maybe some functionality that we could pursue where, let's say I do take a photo and I want to share it with the larger Avenza community so that whoever else is using the app might also be able to see what cool view there is.
We're looking at the opportunity to create that more of a community sense, to be able to share data and location sharing and all of that stuff, but it's presently being scoped out right now. So, yes?
Is the ability to do a screen capture, screen grab disabled?
It's not disabled because some people will screenshot the maps anyway, like screenshot the location or whatnot to share that, but you're still only getting, like if you're on a phone, you're only getting the small version of it, right? So it's not super high quality in that sense, if you know what I mean. But everything that goes into the Map Store gets tiled. So there's no way, even if you tried to break everything apart, that you could even get the whole map out regardless. Like it's it's in there. Avenza Maps has been used by the military for this reason because everything is like securely tiled into the platform. So you can still screenshot. There's like the blue dot screenshot hashtag on social media. I don't know if anyone's seen it. And that other people use for tons of other apps, but you can still screenshot within the Avenza Maps app.
So with an iPad or something, you could eventually screenshot the whole.
Yeah, like I could try screenshotting the whole thing with this, but I mean, you're still not going to get, I think, as much functionality because the reality is you're using the map in the app for your offline location, right? So if I take a screenshot of it and I send it to you, unless I'm going to use those cool georeferencing tools that were presented earlier, that's just a dead screenshot to me, if you know what I mean. If you're talking about someone looking to reproduce it, then, I mean, obviously, if someone wants to go through that extent, shame on you. Don't copy someone else's work, but yes, I know where you're coming from. Yes?
Would it be current or like future direction to integrating some navigation tools with it, or it's just purely like a map?
Like live navigation? We do have more tools in that sense, like I wouldn't say like a turn-by-turn navigation, but the option to, if I recorded a track, like say I went out and I want to get more direction on how to go back, I can turn that on and follow it back. So it's not like Google Maps in that sense, because the maps in the Map Store are static, but there are some navigation tools within the app. So, any other questions?
I have a fun story.
Go for it.
I do have some niche maps that I do have on Avenza, and I only recently put them on there, and they're in the Grand Canyon, and I was hiking in the Grand Canyon a couple weeks ago, and I stopped a group because I wanted to show them my map.
I do it too when I go hiking.
And this guy walks up and he says, "Oh, I have that map on my phone." And there had been only one person that downloaded it. And I said, "No, you don't." And he showed me my map on Avenza, and he's the first and only person in the world to download that map at that time. And I met him in the Grand Canyon.
If that's not serendipity, I don't know what else is. That's awesome. Yes?
Thanks, Rebecca. I'm Mike with Purple Lizard Maps. I just want to add on something Rebecca didn't touch on as a map maker. We've been using Avenza into our field work as well, because you can bring in any of your prototype maps or draft maps and have them populate on a tablet, and then you can use that to drop in to record information when you're actually in the map making process. And then once our map's actually done and published, then we upload it for sale to consumers. But it's been a really valuable tool for us in the field as well.
Thank you. I know Cheney from Benchmark is presenting at the exact same time, but he's talking about tracking and checking their maps in the field. So if people are interested in that, his presentation is also covering that too at the same time. Yes?
Can you talk a little bit about like the breakdown between private map producers who are putting stuff up here for sale versus National Park Service, or I work for the state of North Carolina and we have maps on Avenza that are like on free sites, so that breaks up like as like the contributor.
Like what your profit would be more, you mean, or?
I assume we're not getting any profit.
Yeah, if you put your maps for free, no money, nothing for you, nothing for us. It's completely up to you as the group, publisher, entity, government, or whatnot, if you want to put a price on your map. Obviously, some governments can't or choose not to, and organizations say no. But if you do set your maps at a cost, there is a breakdown based on where the maps are purchased. If they're in the app, because Google and Apple like to take their own cut, and then the rest is split. On the web, there is a better split because they're not as greedy. So it's better if your maps are purchased on the web. But you can also change the prices at any time. So say you decide you want to test putting maps at 99 cents and they're still getting sold, you can up the price, you can change the price. But it really, we can't force anyone to put a price on it. So if everyone was like, I'm going to sell maps for free, then that's your choice. It's completely, we want to give you the power to distribute your maps as you see fit, if that answers your question. Kind of, maybe.
Did you just say that the cut changes versus from the app to the web?
Yeah.
So if I direct my customers
To the website. You would tell them to go to the website, yeah. So the split on the web is better because the platform takes less, because Apple and Google take 30%. So if you're making a purchase in an app, Apple and Google are taking their cut that's predetermined, but on the web, you're going to get a higher split. So if you look at your revenue, so say you sold 10 maps and 2 are on the web, and you're like, oh, these maps are all the same price, but these maps made me more money, they're purchased on the web versus in the app. So, yeah. Yes? Oh, God. So I made this map for a blog years ago for National Grilled Cheese Day, and it's literally called Toronto's Grilled Cheese, I'm pretty sure. Here, you know what? Let's do it. Let's look it up. There we go. Toronto's best grilled cheese made by me. This is old, it's not up to date. I don't think all of these restaurants are still around. Rest in peace, unfortunately. But yeah, I made this as a marketing thing to talk about how you can use some of the tools in Map Publisher. You can upload your maps directly from Map Publisher and Geographic Imager into the Map Store. Another plug. But yeah, I made this for fun. And to be honest, when we do team stuff, a lot of people like this map and had no idea that I made it, and they just think it's funny. So they use it for testing. Feel free to go nuts if you like grilled cheese. Any other questions? I know it's lunchtime, so. Yes?
I just want to say thank you for all the wonderful work you all do at Avenza. I use your products every day.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Thank you.